Hi, my name is Dean Harman, and Dean is a name, not my title, just who I am. And I'm the chair of the chemistry department, and I've been at University of Virginia for, I want to say, like 28 years now. And I teach Chem 1810, which is the honors introductory level general chemistry course. So I think I got my start in chemistry. Well, I got my start in chemistry when I was really young. Um, I like to take things apart. Lots of kids do, I guess, and I like to burn things between the two. Uh, and I remember taking an extension cord and cutting off the end and spreading out the wires and putting it in a glass of water with salt and with various other things that I would find around the house, and then plug it in. And I get these clouds of smoke and so on. But I just was fascinated by what different colors I could make it turn, or what different smoke I could get by putting in different things into the cup. And so I think that was probably my first technical start to chemistry, other than just mixing up things in a sink and seeing what I could make. And I had a chemistry set that my sister gave me that had alcohol. So I burned everything I could find with the alcohol. So that was my introduction to chemistry. My introduction to teaching was through tutoring. So I did a lot of tutoring in high school. Initially, probably some math, and ultimately chemistry, physics, those kinds of things. But that's where I discovered I really love to teach. First ever job first ever job meaning getting paid for something was probably tutoring. But my first ever job where I was actually officially paid with paychecks and whatnot was actually an assistant teacher to a woodworking teacher for the school district. So I liked to do woodworking as a student, and I was asked to come back and be kind of an assistant for a woodworking shop. That was my first real job. Now, one thing that they don't know about me probably is that I like model railroads. I have in my basement a big model railroad train, and have worked on this thing since I was in high school back in California with a friend. We would work on the scenery and the buildings and so on. And then when I moved out east from California, we put it on a truck and drove this thing out, and we've worked on it ever since. So a typical weekend, these days, I'll spend probably the first 6 or so hours catching up on departmental stuff. And then I will try to get outside. On Sundays, almost like religion, I play basketball with a group of guys that I've known for 20-something years. So then I probably nap after the game to recover, and then do some household chores and so on. So that's kind of a typical weekend. Once a month or so, we'll have friends over from out of town that will come and visit. My favorite place to eat is a place called the Bavarian Chef, which is in Madison County, and it's a German restaurant. It's this incredible food. And they have these great German beers, and so that's where we go for special occasions. So I mentioned that I like to play basketball, and so one of the highlights for me was a couple different years where kids in my class would invite me to go to basketball games at UVA, and would take me down, next to the court, and that was a lot of fun. And then to be able to play with my grad students basketball, and have some of the undergrads that I've taught come out and play. So that's been a fun experience to just be involved with students like that. It keeps me feeling young, even if I'm not young. So I grew up in California, and all of my family is in California, and I thought You know, when you look for a job in academics, you search nationally. So I applied to a whole bunch of schools in the West Coast and ended up getting interviews mostly in East Coast schools. And so came out to UVA, fell in love with the place, and I thought this would be great. You know, we'll come out here, I'll be here 6 years, and I'll go back to California where everybody else is, you know, all of my family and so on. And I fell absolutely in love with the school. So I'm a UVA, I'm a Wahoo for life. I love this place, and I won't leave until I'm done.